I'm Sandy Angle, Dean Angle's brother. I own the Salsa Grill restaurant in Security Boulevard in Baltimore. He is a good cook. I do it for a living. It's a little different. So, and I'm not real competitive, actually. I'm glad he can do it. If he ever needs any help, he can call me, or he has given me a few times his favorite meal, and then I've tried to perfect it. Creme brulee was one of his favorite things, and so I figured out how to make creme brulee and have been making them for a couple years. Yeah, we're just getting ready to plant the garden out at Scott's Farm for the restaurant. I'm going to my friend's nursery this week and picking up 200 tomato plants, 200 bell pepper plants, some romaine, some pumpkins, and we're going to put all that in. And it's at Scott's Farm where we grow those for the restaurant. And mostly it's just tomatoes. The restaurant is the Salsa Grill, and we make a lot of fresh salsa. Let's see, probably Scott purchased a farm years ago. Pretty neat. He actually they bought it to plant a vineyard. He bought it specifically to put a vineyard in. And so on the southerly facing hill, they were going to plant the grapevines. And on the north, it's a little valley. And on the northerly facing one, he had it reforested by the state of Maryland probably 10 years ago now. And they put in little, 2-foot, 3-foot trees and shrubs. And now 10 years later, it's a forest. Up in the corner, we do a small garden. It's about a third of an acre. Usually we plant about 1,000 plants in there. We've actually added irrigation and crop covers, and we've moved on. So I used to do it with no irrigation. Now we've started irrigating. And Scott's been involved in the agriculture as long as I can remember. I remember him going out to the golf courses, and so he took me out to water the greens on the golf courses. That's what he used to do. I am a little bit of a golfer, not very good, but I play a little bit. Scott is not a golfer, and I think he learned back in the day, watering the greens, he doesn't want anything to do with golf, with playing golf. He works on the golf courses, he doesn't play like I do. So, I'm a golfer. I play once a week, and so, but he's been involved in it all his life. Very lucky when I have troubles with my garden, I have an expert I can call up and say, "Oh, Scott, this is happening," and he usually can just tell me something right away. So he knows, about everything involved with agriculture. As any question I've asked him before, he's been able to, give me some pretty good leads. Or, he says, talk to the extension program at University of Maryland. So I've hooked up with them a few times to get some advice. And I have one sister-in-law, and it's very sad for everybody. For me, it's hard to figure it out. I'm very proud of Scott, the way he just moves ahead and does what he has to do. And, I know they go out to eat all the time, and it's not easy to be taking, somebody out that you have to, care for the whole time. And he just keeps life moving along. Angles don't worry a lot. We don't really worry. You can't worry. There's no reason to worry. We're going to handle it, whatever it is, and move on. So there's always issues, but, really not problems. We're going to handle them and do what you got to do. And he seems to be really good at that. Our parents gave us that sense of, we're going to deal with the issues and make it, the best we can. So that's sort of in our blood, I think.